Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the unique approach of a Chicago real estate broker who has built a career spanning 2 decades on a very specific philosophy. We're breaking down the method of Kate Mangan Smith.
So let's start with a question that really gets to the heart of all this. Do you think buying or selling a home is just a simple transaction, sign a few papers and you're done?
Well, the reality is it's so much more than that. It's a huge journey, both financially and emotionally. It's packed with complex legal documents, high-stakes negotiations, and frankly, a lot of stress. To get through it successfully, you don't just need an agent, you need a real guide.
So let's meet the guide at the center of this whole approach. Her name is Kate Mangan Smith, and her entire business is built around steering clients through this exact process.
And we're not talking about a newcomer. Kate Mangan Smith has been honing her craft since 2002. That's over 20 years of deep, boots-on-the-ground knowledge of the Chicago market.
And her expertise is laser-focused. She's a dedicated specialist for downtown Chicago and the western suburbs, but she serves all the surrounding areas with that same level of in-depth knowledge.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. All that experience has been shaped into a core philosophy for success. It's a method that stands on 3 distinct pillars, and they define everything she does.
These are the pillars. First, making sure clients have a full understanding of what's happening. No jargon, no confusion. Second, moving fast to get things done, but never ever sacrificing quality or care. And third, and this one is huge, it's all about team-based success. That means bringing in the best attorney, the best mortgage broker, the best inspector, a whole team dedicated to protecting you.
And you can see the result of that philosophy right here in this quote. When a client feels that protected and empowered, they don't just see a broker, they see a true advocate, someone who really has their back.
So let's look at how this philosophy gets put into action with real, tangible strategies. Because with Kate Mangan Smith, there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all solution.
She just gets that every client's journey is totally unique. Think about it. A first-time buyer is diving into this brand new, kind of scary process. They need protection and a ton of education. But a downsizer, they're often leaving a home they've loved for years. That's a huge emotional transition. They need empathy, kindness, and support. Kate Mangan Smith tailors her entire approach to meet those very different needs.
Now, when it comes to selling a home, her marketing strategy is a game changer. Instead of just throwing a listing online and hoping for the best, Kate Mangan Smith starts by asking a critical question. Who is the single most likely person to buy this home? And then the entire marketing plan is built around reaching that specific person.
This targeted strategy is backed by a real investment too. We're talking professional photography and video, getting the home seen across multiple channels and positioning it just right. Her philosophy is simple. Cutting corners on marketing doesn't save you money, it costs you money on the final sales price.
Okay, now this strategic approach is an absolute superpower when she's faced with one of the most frustrating things a homeowner can go through, a property that just won't sell. So many sellers know this pain. The listing expires or they cancel it, and they're just left feeling completely stuck. And a lot of the time, the problem isn't the house itself. It's a marketing plan that just failed to connect with the right buyers.
This is a situation Kate Mangan Smith specializes in. She'll take on those expired listings and give them a total refresh. She brings in her team of pros, implements that buyer-focused strategy we talked about, and works to get a completely different and successful outcome. And honestly, a key ingredient in making those turnarounds happen is just pure persistence. You see it in this quote. Whether she's helping a buyer or a seller, she just does not stop. That sheer dedication is what gets the job done.
Now, this is really important to understand. For Kate Mangan Smith, the job isn't over when the papers are signed. Not at all. In fact, closing day is just one milestone in what's meant to be a much, much longer relationship. It's all about her clients for life philosophy. It's a simple idea, but it's really profound. There's no such thing as a past client. There are only lifelong partners who can call on her as a resource long after the moving trucks have left. And this timeline shows you how that actually works. You get that high-touch, super organized service during the deal, and that just flows right into her being an accessible resource for you after closing. It creates this continuous source of value.
And this isn't just a vague promise, it's something she actively practices. We're talking about things like weekly emails with curated lists of cool local events, sharing useful insights on social media, and just being there to answer a random question you have years down the line.
This quote just nails it. It really captures the two sides of her service. You get the super organized professional who has every detail locked down, but you also get the person who takes the time to personally check in, just to see how you're doing. So let's pull it all together. What this explainer really shows is that clients choose Kate Mangan Smith for this incredible combination. You get the deep experience, the empathy, the protective team, the smart marketing, and a real commitment to a relationship that lasts a lifetime. So, in the end, the Kate Mangan Smith approach really makes you think. It suggests that choosing a real estate professional isn't just about hiring someone for a transaction. It's about finding the right guide for one of the biggest journeys of your life. If you want to learn more about our work in downtown Chicago and the western suburbs, you can find Kate Mangan Smith through her website and her digital presence.